Hey, I want to talk about something. I was talking to someone and we were talking about different things, and it got me to thinking about something. Sorry. Um, why we do the things that we do. Um, whether it is run ourselves ragged to the point where things get overboard, or we do something to our bodies that we know we shouldn't. I hope that what I'm saying is coming across right because I don't think me actually coming out and right out and saying the words to who cares? I'm going to say it. Whether it's us running ourselves into the ground, um, self harming, whether it's doing drugs. I think we need to figure out what makes us want to do that stuff and to change our lives to where we don't do that stuff. Now, I understand something better than most. Sometimes you do that stuff because it's self medication or it's getting rid of troubles that you've got inside of you, but and a lot of people can't afford to go to mental health. Well, I'm going to also say something else. It really doesn't help half the time to go to them anyway. Um, let's be honest. Um, I keep thinking about this episode from a TV show, American Horror Story. Um, they're all dead, and Cole is trying to talk to Mr. Harmon, and he's like, "Come on, Kyle. We both know that this is bullshit. Us doctors, we know it is. We just hope that people keep coming to us so that we get the check." And I, now I think there's doctors out there that really do help and do come across as doing what they should be doing. But if you go by the damn standardized stuff that they teach when you go to school, you're never going to. It's just a way to get a paycheck. Bottom line, we need a different way of approaching mental health because people are not getting nowhere doing it. And I'm going to be honest with you. I've been to many doctors, and they all tell me, they're like, you are extremely bright. You know the things that is what we were learned in school, you know from your brain. Most people don't. And I will tell you, I not only do I know it from a personal standpoint, I know things because of books I've read and doctors that are on YouTube I've listened to, and all. being in therapy most of my life. Why am I doing this? This is going to be raw and untamed, and it's probably going to make me cry, but I think that this is something people need to know. Find what motivates you. Find out what makes you tick. Analyze it. Examine it. Pull it apart. Restructure it completely and find out why you feel the way you do. Because I'm going to tell you something. I don't care what doctors tell you. Medicines, um, screen out, none of that stuff's going to help you until you figure out the key as to why you're having these feelings. What is the core to why you feel it? And no one can tell you that. You got to learn it yourself. They may hint at stuff like your parents did this, this, and this is why you like this. I'm going to tell you something. Plenty of parents have been bad to their kids. Not all children come out being like me, having trouble with it. Some people can recognize what's going on and deal with it better than others. Because let's face it, everybody's got problems. Parents don't know. There's no manual on the planet to teach you how to be a good parent. Because what helps with one kid ain't going to help with another one. Of course, there are people that are neglectful and they never should be parents, so like mine. But there's also something else that you got to look into: substance abuse. How many people in your family do this, this, and this? Figure out what triggers you and why, and if it has to do with that. I keep seeing people coming in and out, and no one talks. But anyway, I there's lots of factors. There's nature versus nurture. And I know people are like, what does that fucking mean? Okay. Nature. It's what you're born into. It's your predisposition, what you what how you are from birth. Nurture is what's around you, predispositions to what's happened to you. And I'm going to tell you some other things. I'm going to talk about things you can do. And people don't like these things. People are like, this is what doctors tell people to do. And I'm telling you this stuff for free. Get a journal. Write every fucking thing down. And it don't necessarily have to be something that you actually write on paper and pen. Notebooks on your phone. You can even talk into it. Voice record yourself. I will tell you what I do. When I'm not feeling good, I will get on my phone and I will start screaming at the phone and telling it what doing like I'm doing here, talking, and then I delete it. Because I don't want that video ever getting out into the world because uh, I'm going people gonna think I'm crazy, the things I say, or that I need to be put away because I'm so angry that I want to kill people. I understand something, and people don't seem to get this. You saying you want someone dead does not necessarily mean that that's what's going to happen. Um, if you go and you scream into the ether and you say the things that I just said, it takes away the anger, and then you ain't going, more than likely, you're not going to do it. It's kind of like the whole watching horror movies makes you a homicidal maniac. It don't. 94% of people that like to watch horror movies will never commit a violent crime. And I'm gonna get into that in a little bit, but see, that's another thing. Finding things that work for you, that calm you down, that make you relax. That's another way. And it ain't going to cost you a damn thing to figure out what makes you happy and what keeps you from being angry and everything. Because here lately, I've been very angry and I've been yelling at the television and my phone because I've been watching YouTube and it's Redditor things, and my grandma was like, "You need to quit watching that crap. It's only upsetting you." uh, some of it's AI, some of it's probably real, but even the AI stuff comes from real life and everything. And you have to understand something. I'm going to explain something to you. Anytime I watch a movie or I see something where the parents are treating the child badly, it triggers me. It makes me, enrages me, and makes me, which my grandma um, got rid of all the movies in our house that did that because she figured out my triggers and didn't want me having them around when I was younger. But now I watch movies that have them triggers in them, and I'll fast forward. Um, okay, I'm gonna talk about something else. A lot of people like to push you and say, "You got to get over this." No, it don't work that way. Especially if you have trauma. And there's nothing wrong with you being over something. It actually pisses me off that there's people out here that say you got to get over it, especially if it's a doctor. We are expected to be robots. Now, some people are like, but you should get over it. They don't say that damn crap to soldiers. They don't get over it. They learn to adapt, and there's things that could trigger it. And people have things in their lives and everything that makes it hard on them, and they have PTSD. But if you are a soldier and you have PTSD, it doesn't get treated the same way. The most, I'm going to tell you something. Adults that have PTSD can handle it better than people that were children that were abused that end up having post-traumatic stress, because it's harder to recondition somebody that's done it since they were little and it's all they can remember. It's kind of like you're grooming them to be able to go through this trauma over and over and over again. And a lot of times, doctors don't know what to do. And it costs millions of dollars for you to find a doctor that actually can treat you if you have post traumatic stress. But there's ways to get over it without going to them damn fancy ass doctors, and they help better than you paying millions of dollars, because I can tell you what you can do. Okay. There's people don't realize that this can help anyone. A lot of people are told to imagine a white light that's surrounding me. I don't do that. I never do. There are so many different ways to do it. Okay. Did you know that smells and noises and certain feel things that you feel can trigger stuff that is bad? Well, I bet you did. But the same goes for good feelings. You can, okay, I'll give you an example. S- let's see this? A touch, a smell, a sound, a feeling, something you hear can be a trigger to bring on a happy memory. And you can train your brain to censor that. And just like your brain smells something, hears something, touches something, and it brings back bad memories, you can teach your brain to do the same thing with good memories. It takes time, but it works. I know it does. I've done it. I had to self-teach myself to do this stuff, but I won't go into what helps me because it's personal and it's mine. Um, and I'm a big component of this as well. Whatever you find that helps you, you keep it to yourself. You don't share it with other people. You just um, adapt it into what you do. There, there is work to be involved in it. You do have to meditate. And it's not really meditation in the way you think it is because most people think you have to empty your damn self out. No, I'm going to talk about in meditation. There's no damn way that you can go and meditate and clear out your mind where you ain't thinking about nothing when you first start out. Everything's going to be a trigger for you. And even if you learn how to meditate, it ain't always going to work because there's times when you're going to be feeling stressed and it's going to you'll be overwhelmed and you won't be able to do it. Don't beat yourself up because you couldn't do it. That's the worst thing you can do. Here's something else. Having music on or having some kind of something that you hear, something that helps me. There's more than one, but it's running water. If it's music, no singing, no things like that. Guided meditation's another one for people. Listen to somebody help you do it and stuff like that. There's different ways of doing it. Looking at a light, like a candle, in a low lit area. All these things help. And I'm gonna be honest. I had to make myself learn this stuff because I needed my body outside of me. And I'm lucky. I Most people when they're younger they can leave themselves and get away from the stress of it. But once they get older, it's harder for them to be able to do that. I've never had that problem. I can dissociate from stuff pretty damn quickly, and just my damn doctors think I'm bipolar because of this crap, but I'm not. um, you Just a tidbit of information. If you're bipolar, it means that you go from 0 to 180 and you don't know what's going on. It's like something's took over you and it's some other part of you. Um, I don't do that. Never have. I am fully aware of what's going on and that I'm just associating for myself. Um, it's lazy doctoring is what it is. That doctors diagnose people as bipolar. 'ADHD, dyslexic, and autistic, and them mimic the bipolar really well, depending on what spectrum you are in. Um, but there's differences. Sorry, I'm talking about. Okay. Finding things that calm your mind, that make you dissociate, that you can do that don't require you to do anything. Mine is games. Some people it's coloring. Jack is another one. He's really great because I when I'm stressed I like to touch and feel and put my hands on stuff, and it's easy to put my hands on him and to calm myself down. He is one of my anchors. Um, Try getting away me from that one. Jack is my good boy. He is my sweet boy, and he likes me touching him. So, isn't that right, Missy? Um, let's see, what else is there? Certain food, certain drinks, certain different things can help you to do better. And I'm not, when I say drinks, I don't mean alcohol. No. Um, People that have problems that deal with depression and everything, they will not always. Mean, um, if you are someone that deals with stuff and everything, and you stress out and you have depression or anxiety or any of that kind of stuff, you're more likely to self medicate. And alcohol is an easy way to do that. And I'm not, I, I'm not saying don't drink, but if you do that stuff, if you overindulge in things, you shouldn't drink. Period. Sorry, Jack is when I say drink, I mean stuff like common tea or even coffee, even cocoa, especially this time of year in the northern hemisphere. It's so cold and everything, and coffee and tea and cocoa are great. Um, and the cooler and the warmer months, juices and herbal teas that you can drink cold. Tea with lemon, anything like that. I'm not saying water. You ain't gonna get me to say water because water is necessity. It is not something that is will help you to center and everything and make you feel better. It's just something you drink. Something that's always good, either winter or summer, is milk. Any kind of milk, whether it's from a plant or from an animal. I suppose you can drink a juice any time of the year too. And if you're big into warm drinks, you can drink teas and coffees anytime. So, um, foods, eating too much of this is not recommended, but chocolate is really good, especially if it's dark chocolate to boost up your mood and make you feel better. And I mean, I've been kind of depressed and not wanting to do anything, and I had chocolate today, and now I feel a lot better. And so yeah, let's see what else is there. Foods that are comfort for you. Not necessarily things that is foods rich in vegetables and fruits is always good for you and can help you. And I know that there's people that can't afford stuff and everything. And before people start going on about I don't eat vegetables, you can incorporate it in other ways. Pizza. Like the pizza I had yesterday, we had a supreme and it had all kinds of vegetables on it. Um there's a lot of foods that have vegetables in it, or fruit, and you don't necessarily have to eat things that are straight up with that stuff. But incorporate it into your diet. If you don't, at least incorporate vitamins into your diet. There's no excuse for not having vitamins because you can buy them anywhere, even at Dollar Tree if you're over where in the country I live in the United States. And I'm sure that if you go to the stores that are the cheap stores over in the other countries, you can find vitamins in them. Maybe not, but I do know that over in England that if you have stuff, what am I trying to say? If you you can go to stores and get food really cheap, cheaper than over here for fruits and vegetables. But I'm not sure about other places, but yeah, I I think I've talked enough on this subject. But before I go, I'm going to say this: eat and eating certain foods will make you feel better and make you feel worse. And so yeah, it's not just good for you; it can boost your mood as well. Um, well, I'm going to go. My throat's kind of hurting. I'm kind of knocked to fall asleep. thanks for watching and listening to me to ramble. Remember, best person you're meant to be, not the one that ever. Hi.